YouTube, Shukun Shobi here with a review of the Thundercats 6-inch Cheetara figure. Cheetara is wave mates with Tygra, however Tygra is in the second case assortment that's due out sometime in February, I hope. And pretty soon, so he should be popping up fairly soon, but for now he's not out yet as of the time of this recording. So we are only stuck with Cheetara for now. So Cheetara is the third of the Thundercats and the fourth figure overall released. And I have to say they pretty much nailed the engineering when it comes to Cheetara. We'll go ahead and remove her bow staff real quick. It is made of a pretty hard plastic compared to the other weapons. It actually has a pretty clicky noise when you tap it against things. So it is a pretty hard plastic that won't bend too easily. So if you do bend this too much, it will break. It really isn't all that pliable, which is good because that's how I like the weapons to be. But anyway, as for Cheetara, she comes with no additional hands or anything of the like. They are the ball joints. They just pop right out. However, she does not come with any additional hands or anything like that. But that aside, she doesn't really need anything else, considering she usually holds this with two hands. So, really don't need anything. So go ahead and get some look at the details here. Bring in some additional light. So here's Cheetara. Her face sculpt is absolutely spot on perfect. And it's spot on, Cheetah, get it? Herp. But really, I mean, she's got the eye design going on here, which is represented really well on the figure. And the spots on the hair in general, it does get in the way of her head articulation. There we go. So you can only really do things like that, and she can't really look down or up all that much. But that aside, the sculpt of the hair, the details that are present in the top of the hair here, and just the head details in general are just really, really well done. And it's probably my favorite of the head sculpts released so far in the 6-inch line. Unfortunately, despite how much they claim that they were going to fix it, she still uses the black joints. So you've got the black pins on the shoulders here, and the line right there, and there, and everything like that. I excuse it a little more on Cheetara only because the sculpt really is phenomenal on this figure. But it really is still something that is really, really noticeable, and the biggest flaw in these figures in general. But other than that, she has all the articulation the other 6-inch figures do. Obviously, because of her hair, the arm can't move back all that much, but it can move up completely, and of course gets stuck right there because of the hair. Those little knobs right here don't really get in the way of anything like that. So full articulation, a single joint right there, and then the ball joint movement right there at the waist. She does have movement right up here in her bust, so she can move independently right there. There is no waist swivel down here, so all movement you're going to get in the body is up in her chest area. Then right down here at the thighs, the joints are heavily exposed, but that's alright. I'm not really expecting anything too crazy down there. That could be taken a very, very, very wrong way. But full thigh articulation. She can do the splits and all of that jazz. So that's nice since she is a female figure and the gymnast of the group if I had to give them all jobs. The fact that she can do a lot of leg articulation is pretty much necessary for certain poses. Single joint right there at the knee. And then this really weird foot joint that is very reminiscent of figure arts overall. You have a joint going this way and then a joint right there at the foot going that way. She can break her ankle and do crazy crap like that. That aside, overall, I think the sculpt for Cheetara is just absolutely perfect. And perfect. Yeah, puns. And there is a swivel right here in the thigh too that I overlooked. So personally, my favorite of the sculpts, just because it does capture everything about her in general perfectly. Right down to the animation, as Dawson always likes to put it, it's like the toy came straight out of the show. So I think they did an absolutely phenomenal job on this release. So you can do all sorts of crazy stuff with her bow staff. You can have her hold it like this. It's a pretty tight grip, so it's not really going to go anywhere too bad. You can swing it over her shoulder if you want to. You can do something like that. Personally, I'm going to go with a very, very stereotypical approach to things and just have her hold it with both hands. Very, very boring approach. But that's generally how you hold bow staffs. So there we go, just something very, very simple and very, very general. So she can stand right here and be all tall and mighty because she is the female. Then you can bring in Lion-O, who has a limp sword. Poor Lion-O. So you can stand back here. And then we have Panthro, who can't quite hold his nunchaku properly and stop having a very, very angry Donkey Kong-esque face. But here we go. Here is our 3 Thundercats currently, with Tygra on the way. As for the 6-inch line, I really don't know what else is coming after Tygra later on in this wave. So I heard that they were going to do Wily Kit and Wily Cat in a 6-inch scale as a 2-pack. I don't know what else they're going to throw at us in terms of 6-inch scale because they're pretty much out of key characters. I'd like to see a Claudus in this scale. I would like to see Mumm-Ra's mummy form in this scale. And I would also like to see Slythe and any of the other more noticeable villains. Maybe even Tygus, since these are pretty easy remolds from Tygra. So the possibilities are quite broad here, but we really don't know what's going to happen after Tygra. So we'll have to wait and see. But for now, as for Cheetara, definitely recommended. If you've picked up the other 6-inch figures, then there really is no reason to skip out on Cheetara, because she really is, I think, the best of the 4 figures released so far. And just absolutely phenomenal and perfect in near every way, except for those really bad joints. I still can't get over those exactly. But overall, great figure and definitely recommended. So you can check out shukinshobi.com for all these updates on my reviews. And of course, check out ridersrangersandrambles.com, bringing the latest token news in the craziest way possible. So take care and have a great one. Bye.